Scroll up to the top of my tweets. Hello everybody, Dirk the Red Panda here with Tennis Ace. And for some reason my feedback window is not showing that I'm live. Oh, never mind, it is now. So yeah, this month, I think it got updated like 2 weeks ago maybe, is the June update. So it was, according to my save files, it was June last got updated. I can't speak. June got last updated in October, like late October. And then we had Shuichi. No, this is case page, sorry. Shuichi got updated last in November. That's pretty early. Man, that was a lot earlier than I thought. Yeah, November. Wow. And then Case K got updated last... No, 2020. Wow, I haven't played this game in 2020. That's pretty freaking crazy. Yeah, Case K got last updated in... Fuck, I can't even find it. December? Where the frick did I... Oh, there it is. December 19th, 2019. Okay. Yeah, so I guess June should have been June should have been January of 2020, but I guess I got around to it a bit late. Like 3 weeks late, maybe 2 weeks. So, yeah, that is where I am. Great to see you again, Vlad. And everyone else, Wolfstar, Solo Angel, Evie, the usual bunch. Joaquin. Yeah, all y'all. So, yep. Last update was like June's day 23 or whatever. I think we had just finished his midterms, I guess. Ironic, because I am almost done with my midterms too this month. So yeah, basically we're gonna get back into that. Sorry, I have to find the right page. This is the one. It's hard to like, because you see like January and like you see the months and that throws you off. October is the last one. So yeah, this is where we ended. We were at his house, I think, afterwards, or we dropped him off. So yeah. That's great seeing you again, Basket. I was about to text you! I was about to say, like, go join my stream. Yeah. You just stumbled onto this as you opened YouTube. Oh, that's too perfect. That's great to hear. Got back in time from finishing my footy training. That's perfect timing. Got some loyal fans. So, yeah. I guess I might as well just jump into it if I have nothing else to say. Just gonna move my window. Perfect. The June update. Here we go. Once the doors close behind him, I begin to walk away myself. Basket's been outed in the chat. He must introduce himself. So now we are on day 24. I think it's June 8th. I'm losing track of stuff. At one line in, I have to go back. How crazy am I? June 12th. Sorry. Monday the 12th. Ellipses. Today, for some weird reason, I woke up feeling a little different. It's like I might be playing tennis again. Even though mornings don't come to me very easily, I woke up today feeling light. I was even humming a few songs while I got ready for school. All K-pop. No, I'm kidding. What would Yuichi's music taste be? When I stopped to think about it, they have all been songs that I heard June playing on the piano. Of course, every time I introspect or I inspect something, it's answered in the next line. So yes, it is all of June's piano ballads. This entire thing feels so very unusual to me. Usually I'm the type to set up multiple alarms in 5-minute increments just to make sure I don't cancel one and end up waking up late. And I have no shame in saying that I usually always cancel the first few alarms. Oh my god, it sounds like me. Even though I only set up one alarm and I go, I'll just get up in like 5-10 minutes. I'll just lay in bed. Hopefully I don't close my eyes. Yeah, I'm that type of person. And if I'm too tired, I'm like, I'll just miss class. That's what college does to you. So, oh, did I read that line? Yeah, first 3 alarms. Okay. But today, and I don't know why that happened, I woke up half an hour before my first alarm, feeling pretty good, actually. I've been in a surprisingly good mood lately, but I still could never shake off that feeling of permanent drowsiness. 'Cause you're not used to your sleep schedule, boy. Like, no matter how much sleep I get, I'm always tired and wanting more sleep. Basket, I swear to God, you're just writing about me. You're literally just writing about my daily happenings. Oh my God. I suppose one could just say I'm lazy. I'm in this post. I am reporting this. Oh my God, you're hitting all the relatable check marks today. I got used to dealing with it when I was younger and was surprisingly active back then. And at the very least, no one could really tell that deep down I was a lazy child. But as my motivation tanked in the past few years, I've gotten more and more lazy to the point that teachers begin referring to me as a problem child. That thought on its own is already kind of bizarre when I think about my experiences in my old school, but once I've gotten used to it, I didn't even bat an eye. I suppose I might have just become apathetic towards my own situation. I couldn't really pinpoint the reason why, but my attitude started to change very slowly once again. I'm not sure if it's just me or there's... Okay, I was not sure if there was like no music or if it was just no audio going through. I was like, it's too silent. I'm going crazy. So yeah, we are the same. Wait, is it Nico? I'm not sure. Do I call this character Nico or Yuichi? Whatever, fuck. It's probably Nico. I'm losing my mind. I wasn't quite sure when it was that I began looking forward to facing my daily routine again. But recently, after being forcefully made aware of one fact that I hadn't noticed until now, my perception started to change. the swipes. June. That handsome, fluffy boy. It was right after I met that clumsy, silly tiger that my outlook began to change once again. Once I became aware of that fact, I started feeling really uncomfortable. First of all, how could someone change my life that much without me realizing? Even if I was just keeping an eye on him because I felt like he was some kind of helpless, stray kitten that I needed to take care of. The reality is that little by little I saw myself getting more involved in his life. Watching him rehearse, getting to his piano competitions, playing games together, meeting his family, helping him study, going out with all on my own. I don't understand the last one, but lost in translation. It was right around the time that I first met June that I felt myself being jolted awake and becoming active again. Until then, I was just happy spacing out in class or even skipping it entirely to laze around on the rooftop. Going straight home right after class was over and not putting much effort into anything. Hell, I'd only go out with my friends if they went through all the trouble of organizing group outings and dragging me over to them. Okay, sounds like me still. I didn't even realize how much they were having to coddle me for us, or they were having to coddle me for us to keep it all in contact until just recently. When I think back at it, I feel a pang of guilt welling up in my chest. I really need to apologize at some point for being so self-absorbed. I didn't even know what kind of trouble they'd be going through because I kept pulling away without realizing. I truly am a shameless person. Even as I'm thinking these thoughts over to myself, I can't help but think that this degree of introspection is really unlike me. Which is a problem in and of itself. Whoops. I can't keep complaining that June lacks self-awareness and then be completely oblivious myself. That's just hypocritical. Womp womp. Hell, It wasn't even until last week that I realized just how rough I can be when speaking to other people. Having to be lectured in public for saying unnecessarily hurtful things, or unnecessary and hurtful things, I guess they could be two different things. What am I, a child? And as I was stuck thinking these weird thoughts, before I noticed, I had already gotten myself ready and arrived to class way earlier than usual. And yes, Shuichi is still best boy. I will keep advertising Shuichi on all the other routes just because I like him that much. Even though I still like Keisuke and Jun. It's just, when you have a favorite character, oof. When you have a real favorite character, like you really latched on, it's hard not to talk about them. Of course, I spent quite a bit of time spacing out by myself and in my own desk. I suppose old habits die hard. I feel like that line was said before. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I want to change that. I just want to make sure I don't. Can I skip? Oh, fuck. I thought that was going to skip. I was like, shit, don't skip. Okay, so it doesn't. Good. Did I read that line? Yeah, definitely happens to die hard. I keep fidgeting absent-mindedly, constantly looking over to the chair next to mine and waiting for a certain tiger to arrive. God, how pathetic am I? Do I really need Jun to be here to do anything at all? It's good to think over my own behavior at times, but I really don't want to get stuck thinking things like this all morning. It makes my head hurt. So I need to find some kind of way to distract myself. It shouldn't be too hard. Most of my classmates are here already. Or at least the ones that I have any kind of interaction with. They're spread around in their own groups. I suppose I could just insert myself in one of them and go from there. We are all children. Yes, we are, Darklaw. It's not like it'd be hard. Even if we don't talk often, I like to think that I have a positive relationship with most of them. Oh boy, a choice. Ooh, we haven't had one of these in ages. Oh, this is from day 5. I'm gonna keep day 5's thing there. Or should I? Fuck it, I'm gonna keep it there, just in case it's the one where we pull the bookshelf over. Okay. This is the first one. Yeah, this is the first one, this is the second one. Overwrite this one. Who are we gonna spend time with? It's good to see that we have Jun fans in here too, because I hate it when it's like we overridingly just have one person that's liked. Like, I'd feel bad doing this for Jun and then like everybody loves Shuichi. Like, you know, Jun needs love. So yes, up to you guys. Who do you want me to hang out with? Ayako and Gin? Jin and Ryuji? Or Kyoko and Vic? Just a little flashback. Ayako's the class rep. Gin and Jin are the twins. Gin's the heavier set one who's also a good like food novice. Jin's kind of I wouldn't call him an idiot, but he's kind of a punk, but he's also kind of dumb. And Ryuji's the gamer bear. And then Kyoko is the cat, like the fashion-looking cat. And then Vic, the French exchange student, which every novel needs to have. Every Japanese-themed novel needs to have a foreign exchange student that's from Europe. Okay, one for option 3. One for option 1. Ooh, it's split down the middle. 1, 1, and 1. Oof. Jin and Ryuji take the lead. I wonder how this is going to go down. Oof. 2, 3, 2. Oh my god. I'm losing track. So 3, 1, 2, 2, 2. 2, 3. Okay, now it's tied. So we are tied at 4 for 2 and 4 for 3. Now 2 is back in the lead. 5, 4 to 1. Yeah, so 5, 4, and 1. Okay, option 1's down the drain. I was kind of curious about that one too. Made it. Yeah. Good job, Nua. Oh, somebody has to put in 1 just to throw things off. So, last call for votes. If not, we're gonna go with option 2. It's like you guys can always play the other options on your own if you get the game. It's free. Plus, I'll probably just play them on my own later on. But right now, I'm just doing a straight run through. And this decision doesn't affect, like, how you end up with June. So, you know. Option 2 it is, baby! See? Somebody confirmed it. I see two Jin and Ryuji having a conversation together in a corner of the room, both seemingly smiling and laughing along. Of course, somebody says 1 afterwards. Ryuji isn't holding his phone or any other portable device like he usually would, which is unusual. What? I want to see Ryuji without the toast in his mouth and like the game device, like as like new art. Watch that be new art in this game. But in general, despite Jin being somewhat annoying with how boisterous and loud he can be, he is also one of the funnest people to hang out with. He's eccentric. Oh, never mind. Still has the toast. Hey there. What are you two talking about? Nico. Good timing. Settle a dispute for us, will you? Sure. If I can. He stole the device in the CG, though. That's the funniest part, or the sprite, I mean. He stole his game device on the sprite. How impossible. So... Okay, back to Jin. Hey, getting outside opinions is cheating! The bear raises an eyebrow, shooting him a weird look. You're just saying that because you think he's going to agree with me. And didn't you just ask him because you think he's going to agree with you? Just a reminder that I still have no idea what is going on. You've played on both the current generation consoles, right? Yeah, I have. I don't own both, but Shuichi has let me borrow his before since he rarely uses it. How did Shuichi even get to buy it? I swear to God, his dad would just like take it and just throw it out the window. He'd just be like, get better grades! But I already have a 99%! You need 100% or else you're a disappointment! Oh God. His dad is, that guy's, deserves a fistful. I have to prioritize CG art for previous scenes, and that's fair enough. It's just like, I could still comment. Anyway. Right. Anyway, you know how the two have very different controller designs. Yeah, they do. The Imperial's controller is much fatter and more rounded, while the Ruby is a little more... angular? Right, yeah. That's a proper way to describe them. I was having trouble coming up with the words. Doesn't surprise me. Oh my God. Shots have been fired. Call this... Oh no, I don't want to say that. Nope. It's a school. We cannot say this. If it's taking place at a school, we cannot make shooter jokes. What did you say? Nothing. The mouse clicks his tongue, crossing his arms and frowning at me with an attempted menacing look. I just choose to ignore him. Let me guess, you guys were arguing about which one is better. That's right. Now, I'm not going to tell you what each of our opinions are, so as not to color your impressions. I just want you to know which way you can lean on. I'm just gonna give you a little nudge. I know I'm supposed to be thinking of the question they've given me, but instead I'm just awed of how someone who barely gives more than basic grunts to everything and is always spacing out can be so eloquent as soon as the subject is gaming. He's like an idiot savant or something. Back to the matter at hand. I play the Imperia a lot less since I don't really have one. The first generation controllers a few years ago were truly awful, though. Whoever's idea was it to put a keyboard on the back of the controller is really an idiot. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Is that like the Xbox thing where they would put it in the middle of like between the handles or whatever? Because I knew they did that at one point, and I thought that was like really cool at first because I didn't have a phone. I'm like, cool, it looks like texting. But then again, it just gets in the way of your hands. It's really hard to like fit your hands around it. But yeah, that is a crap design. Especially if it's like not removable or whatever. That would really mess with you. I would be surprised if it'd sell at all. There we go. He nods thoughtfully, his expression betraying nothing. Right. I agree with you so far. That said, because their controller is chunkier, it also fits the hand better. My fingers aren't having to reach around it and tense like a claw because it's so thin. They just naturally rest on the keys. I'm sorry? The keys. Do you mean the buttons? They're called buttons. I think, yeah, like the A button, the B button. It lets you naturally rest on the buttons. I've never heard anybody say keys for, like, a video game controller. It's... my mind. Oh, the chat pad plugs into the bottom and it was popular. Didn't know that. It just seems like it would be getting in the way of things. Okay, so naturally the rest on the keys. So I'd say that I like the Imperia's controller better. What? Of course, Jin has to disagree with us. Unlike the bear who's good at keeping a poker face on and seeming neutral while talking, the mouse's consternation is written plainly on his face. Ryuji's mouth quivers ever so slightly, quirking up a smile for only barely a second before going back to its usual stoic look. See? I told you. That proves nothing! Why are you getting so riled up over this? It's just a game controller. Hearing me refer to it as just a game controller, Kumagawa's brow twitches visibly for a second. I immediately realized that making light of anything gaming related in front of his probably not the best idea, so I quickly try to cover it up for my mistake. But it's cool if you guys are so passionate over it. Having passion is good, you know. Let me just walk out of here before he explodes. Amusingly, even though the bear's expression doesn't really shift at all, I can also tell that his face has relaxed considerably. Gotta remember to know my audience before speaking. I'm just gonna ignore that line. If anything, it at least proves you have the unpopular opinion. Unpopular doesn't mean it's wrong. It is a discussion of personal preference, so there's hardly ever going to be an absolute right option anyway. But I want to hear about the other controllers, like, tech and all that. Like, it's just because it's thin doesn't mean it's bad. Like, what if it just had a better button layout? Like, button layout is key. Like, you want to have a good thumb flexibility, or thumb wingspan reachability, I guess, to like reach the right buttons when you're playing. Like, you don't want something like the Wii where it's like too claustrophobic on the inside, but you want something like the classic GameCube-esque controller where it's like you can move around and have enough range for all the buttons without feeling claustrophobic. So yeah, it's my opinion on it. I bet they're probably talking about the whatever Infirma or Prima or whatever it is versus the Switch. Because the Switch is pretty small if you take those side buttons off, or the side whatever pieces. I don't have a Switch, as you can tell, but my roommate does. But yeah, completely different beasts. So there's hardly ever going to be an absolute right opinion anyway. But with that said, if you think the Ruby has a better controller, then you are wrong and you are an idiot. Oh my god, such a gamer thing to say. You are wrong and you are an idiot. Case closed. Okay, now you're just throwing wood onto the fire on purpose. Now you're just reaching into the bee's nest, or the bee's hive. So, Kumagawa shrugs, watching the mouse grind his teeth with his head lightly to the side. Just you wait. When Kobayashi gets here, I'm gonna ask him his opinion, and I'm sure he'll side with me. The bear scoffs, this time the derisive smile on his face becoming plain for all to see. Kobayashi is a man of culture. There's no way he'd side with you. Okay, why are you guys even dragging Jun into this? He's not even here. He's the only other person in this class that comes close to sharing my love for games. It goes without saying that I respect his opinion more than anyone else's. Oof. Hey, we've known each other for over 2 years and talk about games often. How come you're degrading me that quickly? No offense. You can't just retroactively call no offense. It seems like I just did. I'm starting to think I liked you better when you barely talked. Oh my god. Lewis-senpai, I mean, Shima-sensei. Now that I've watched it Beastars, it's like all I can see with deer characters now is like Lewis and how fucking crazy he is. If nobody has seen it, I don't want to spoil too much for you. I've only read up to like chapter 20 something in the manga and watched the first season of the anime, so I haven't gone too far. The bell rings in the middle of Shima-sensei's lecture on the 5 greatest generals in feudal Japan. Oh, he's actually talking about Japanese history as opposed to ancient... What was it? Ancient something. Whereas like ancient Greeks or whatever. Like the thing he was super obsessed about. Or was it ancient myths? It was something ancient. Shima-sensei does not like talking about Eastern history. That's all I know. The buck size. Oh, he's a buck. Never mind. That is very... Is that different from a deer? I do not know. I have no knowledge of deers and those types. So I could be very wrong. The buck sighs, quickly writing an assignment on the board. Okay, what was his voice again? Read pages 12 through 1200. Maybe something like that. They have a PlayStation 5? They have a PlayStation 5 that exists? I'm getting old. Oh, buck is a male deer. Okay, so Lewis-senpai is a buck. Oh my god. Writing an assignment on the board. For our next class, I want you all to write a paper on the most influential figures of this in the oh my god, I can't speak. Sengoku period. In the Sengoku period, make sure not to stray from the pre-established guidelines on academic research you were given last month. I will see you all then. He quickly grabs his belongings and walks out of the classroom. Oh, wait, what? It will come out this year. Same with the Xbox Series X. Oh my god. I feel too old. I stopped at like Xbox One. And then like I stopped at like PlayStation 4, like when it first came out. My brother and I was like, yeah, we were interested in that stuff when those two things first came out, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And then we just completely stopped having interest. My brother still plays Xbox One because he has it, and I think his girlfriend has a PlayStation 4. I think she just got a Switch too, so I don't know. I gold dig off of playing their games. I don't know. But anyway, students quickly turn around in their seats, taking the opportunity to chat while waiting for the next teacher to arrive. We're supposed to be having modern literature class now, which isn't exactly the most exciting. Yeah, books are boring. Stories are boring, am I right, guys? It's actually a little odd that the teacher isn't here, actually. She tends to really be punctual. After a couple of minutes, the sound of the door being slid open causes all the students to straighten their back and turn around to look forward. But instead of the door at the front of the classroom being opened, it is instead the back door that the sound originates from. Oh, you're late again. Jun walks into the classroom, freezing for a second once he notices all the eyes on him. I got my eyes on you. Oh my god, I cannot sing that line. That stupid Drake song. Oh, he's happy. And maybe not now, I guess. He quickly mouths off an apology to any who still have their eyes on him, fidgeting a little from all their attention suddenly gathered on him before walking to his seat. As soon as he comes closer, I begin to notice how his eyes look a little unfocused. He's been blazing it before class. He's not sick, he's sick, quote unquote. Really, June doesn't have a heart condition or anything like that. He just blazes too much. That's the secret, guys. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Yes, a wild June appears. As soon as he comes closer, I begin to notice how his eyes look a little unfocused. His fur is slightly matted, and there are bugs under his eye, bags under his eyes, which are really hard to notice due to him having stripes so close to them. Is everything okay? You don't look so good. Mr. Mishimaya, I don't feel so good. Too soon. Oh, right. Yeah, it's fine. I just woke up feeling a little weak this morning. His voice is weak, just like he is now. Almost like he's laboring to even speak in the first place, coming out much softer than usual. A little weak? That's the opposite of being okay. What happened? The fatigue just started catching up to me a little bit. Achoo! I can imagine him just sneezing and being like sick. Cough, cough, sniff, sniff. Just fatigue? You look like you're about to drop. It's not that bad. It just look a little worse for wear since I didn't spend as much time getting ready in the morning. Yeah, who the heck gave June baby drugs? It may have been Haruki the whole time. Haruki and June run a secret drug business under the school, and they somehow make a killing off of it. That is my fan fiction right there. Somebody write it for me. Oh my god, imagine if I commissioned Basket just to write that. That would be just so fucking wild. It would have to be part of the cinematic universe now it'd have to be part of the, I can't think of the other term other than cinematic universe. It has to be canon, that's the word. It has to be canon. June wants the dank kush, baby. Whew. Getting ready? You're not a girl. Guys can get ready too. I brush my teeth, and then I change clothes, and that's it. Maybe I shower at night. I still need to take good care of myself. Brushing my fur takes a lot of energy, and I just didn't feel like it. So that's all it is? You just didn't put much effort into getting ready in the morning? If somebody called me out for not getting ready in the morning, I would be salty as hell to them. Like, I'd just be like, why the fuck are you calling me out? It's like, I'm doing me. Let me live my best life. I am wearing sweats right now. I am wearing basketball shorts actually right now and a t-shirt. I'm living my best life. I'm living like Adam Sandler. Oh, well. Yeah. Then, that is June coughing, not me. Then, how come you were so late how come you were so late you missed the first period? His words are cut off by the sound of the door being opened once again, this time coming from the front of the class. Oh god, it's the fucking whatever counselor or some crap like that. Katsuragi-sensei walks in, quickly excusing herself before stepping towards the teacher's desk. Oh god, I forgot that's what she looked like. She's supposed to be a fox, but like, it's like brown fox? Black fox? I don't fucking know. I'm confusioned. She's supposed to be an old-looking fox. She needs more wrinkles, but it's hard to show wrinkles through fur, so maybe a little more discoloration, I guess? Like, she has a little bit in the eye, so I'll give props. I can't be too much of a critic myself because I don't have the greatest art in the world. Yeah, did Nico and June morning ethics switch? Yeah, probably they have. So, fuck, I forgot what her voice was. Good morning. Good morning. That's it. Okay. Good morning. I'm sorry for the short notice, but Hakumu-san had to step out due to an emergency, so I'll be teaching this class today in her stead. I have here a list of her class plan for today. Please open your textbooks on page 241. Okay. June mouths off a quick, "we'll talk later," before quickly digging in his bag for his textbook. Through all the porn magazines. June is a badass secretly, and nobody knows it. Okay, somebody asked my opinions on Haruki, right? Basket, is it Haruki or Haruki? One or two? So, anyway, I would say I'm gonna go with Haruki. So Haruki, I would say, like, I'm starting to like him more now. Like, you're starting to see that it's like he's just kind of a misguided child at this point. Like, I wouldn't call him a child at this point, but a misguided young one, a younging. He's a misguided person with a rough childhood. It's like the more you see that in him, and more of how, he's very, he puts up walls to, make sure he doesn't get hurt. The more he does that, the more you kind of understand, like, he's not, he's a dick because of that, and he's like, he's very not confident socially, I guess, like, and that's why he bullies. Like, you kind of see the psychology of him, and that's something I personally relate to a little bit, minus the bullying. I'm just very cautious socially of it. More towards one than towards two. Haruki. Okay. Or, wait. Yeah. Haruki. Yeah, Haruki. Haruki. Got it. Thanks, Basket. So, yeah. I'm starting to like Haruki's character a bit better in terms of development, and I think I'm getting to like him, I guess, as a person too in this. Like, even though he can still be a dick, it's just he's better, I think, now. Like, he's starting to develop, and we're starting to get him out of his shell, and that's good. He secretly rides a bike to school while it's wearing sunglasses and a leather jacket and a gang logo on his back. I would love to see that alternate universe. He is the white wolf punk who got on Shuichi's bad side. He's an edgy character, yee. Yeah. Honestly, I'd hang out with Haruki. Or Haruki. Sorry, Haruki. Well, I was gonna say one other thing about him. He does remind me of, like, one of the guys I tried out with for club volleyball this season. And he was also a community college player, so he also had the rule on him, but since he was better than me, he made it, I guess. So, yeah, I was like this outsider I was playing with. He originally he was on a rival school of mine, and yeah, he was tall like Haruki, also kind of had an attitude when things got to him. I remember him getting carded in the game we played against him. We got like a yellow card. But yeah, it's like, personality. Not sure if I should make the comparison though. Like, he's not as antisocial, I guess. But yeah, I'd say the temper is like Haruki with this guy that I'm talking about. I got more of Haruki's distance from people. Yeah, he did the punch nose moment, and Haruki did the sulk. Oh my god. Okay, we're doing June's route, right? Anyway, the bell finally rings for the end of the fourth period, announcing the start of lunch break. Students break into cheerful and bubbly conversation as the initial commotion of people either leaving for the cafeteria or reorganizing their desks to eat together resolves itself. I looked to June, seeing the tiger pulling a disposable plastic box with a convenience store lunch still wrapped in the plastic inside. That's what you're having for lunch? What about the food you usually bring? Well, I'm the one who usually makes my own lunches. Since I went to bed early last night, I didn't make any for today. His brow keeps twitching all the time, and every now and again, he just freezes with all the muscles in his face contracting as if he just felt something out of nowhere. You look awful. That's kind of a mean thing to say. Dude, Self-care is important. Help yourself. You know that's not what I mean. You look like you really aren't doing well. He straightens himself up on his chair. Even the way he moves is a little weird. It's like he can barely put strength in his limbs. His legs shake a little under his own weight when he attempts to quickly get up and readjust himself on his chair. You're being dramatic. I'm just a little tired. Come on, don't give me that crappy excuse. You don't look good. I just need to eat a little bit and I'll feel better. Maybe you should go to the doctor's office instead. You worry too much, Nico-san. I appreciate the sentiment, but seriously, I'm fine. Even if he says so, the corners of his mouth twitch while he attempts to keep the smile on his face. Yeah, I'm Haruki. I treat everyone like crap and swear in every sentence. Gang, gang. Oh my god. It's like, unlike you, Blake, I kind of have respect for him, but everybody everybody's entitled to their own opinions and feelings towards a character, so not gonna change yours. I can totally understand why people want to beat the crap out of Haruki. Look at the part where they're at the volleyball tournament. Yeah, the one where he throws a fucking chair. I threw a clipboard once and broke it, or no, I broke a clipboard in half once, and then I kicked a chair. Yeah, I flipped a chair once. Yeah, and I never got carded. Nobody ever cared about me in the volleyball scene. Oh, Oscar. Fuck, you sound familiar, like, remember me. Oh, you're the count guy. You're the guy who counted. Do not do it again, please. I play volleyball in my high school. We are just starting out. My game started in March. Oh, that's so cool! I remember my high school days. You're making me so nostalgic. Those are the good days. Yeah, California, I think, starts around March, so you're probably in my state. Yeah, good old CIF. We made it to quarterfinals of regionals once and barely missed out on states, so yeah, that was tough. So yeah, back to this reading. This is about June, god dang it! Even if he says so, the corners of his mouth twitch while he attempts to keep a smile on his face. Really? You're not going to faint on me or anything, are you? No, I'm not going to faint. Oh, there's Saya. Morning. Whoa, that was not an enthusiastic morning. Morning. Whoa. Whoa. That's a very unenthusiastic greeting for you. Or, I guess she always does os or something like that. Instead of just morning. She's like, well, I don't always feel full of energy. June is the same way. I wonder if it's something in the water. Focus! Focusing! Alright, Line Wing. Oh wow, he's right. You look like hell. Oh my god. Thanks? Wait. I didn't mean it like that. Saya grabs a chair and spins it around, taking a seat next to the tiger and pressing her hand against his forehead. If it's soft and squishy, then it means he's raw and needs to be cooked for another 20 minutes. You don't seem to have a fever. Oh yeah, Indiana is also... It's kind of slightly a big thing in the Midwest too. Like, I knew some club teams from there that I had to play. Like, Sports Performance, I think, was one of them. I played against them my senior year of high school. Yeah, Indiana's also... I knew a person or two that played there. It's a fun sport all around. I know some states don't have it as a men's sport, so, you know, what can you do? Last time I counted, this time I won't. I probably hit infinity. So, why is everyone fussing over me today? Sorry, I didn't mean to. Just want to make sure you're okay. Did something happen? I could ask the same thing. You really don't have your usual energy today. Yeah, but this has been a stressful week. It's hard to be cheerful at times like these. Same here. Some people just handle it differently. You got Saya with just not as much energy, and then you got June who's absolutely zonked right now. No offense to June. Yes, you want to enjoy the stream. And my rants. God, this is so painful to watch. The two sound like they've done 30 bouts against a pro wrestler and they're trying to pretend like they're fine. Don't ask me how I came up with that metaphor. It just popped into my mind. Author's notes. I did get the fries though. I got 2 fries. I was so happy that night. And today I went out for Korean barbecue with my roommates, so that's why I started later today. So, yeah. Good times. I am not hungry anymore. Did something happen to you, Saya? Midterm week is always stressful. And then a friend of mine was kind of down, so I spent a lot of time worrying about him and kind of trying to cheer him up a bit. You mean Shuichi? Oh god. You mean... Oh god, I'm gonna fucking flip this chair right now. I've slightly moved my chair's legs. That's my rage. Oh my god, she's probably trying to cheer up Shuichi, realizing how much he's gotten cock-blocked by June. So, is that why you couldn't join us on Friday? Yeah. Wait, you told me in a message that you couldn't join because you had a shift. Well, I did have a shift, but I know that friend from work, so I was able to keep an eye on him anyway. From work, sure. You mean Shuichi? Sounds like a really packed schedule. It was. Saya makes a sharp noise. Her eyes immediately lock in on something that I can't see. Shuichi's gonna be like in even worse shape. He's just gonna be like all in dregs, like completely eyes baggy, his like fur just completely muffled up, and it's just like, what happened to you? And it's like him and K come in, they're both all muffled up. It's like, we just had a fight. Yeah, calm down, buddy. Oh my god. Throws pen at table. Yeah, calm down, Blake. Oh my god, well, I'm getting this chat fired up tonight. So she locking on something that I can't see. She leans forward a bit, her face hanging just a few inches from June's. Let's kiss. I'm fucking kidding. What is going on? She reaches forward with her hand, touching a spot on June's forehead and... restarting June EXE. Ow! He nearly falls back, jumping away from her hand and yelping in pain. What the... Hey, what happened to your forehead? You've got a big bruise on it. He rubs the spot she had just touched, his eyes twitching from the pain. With him now rubbing it, I catch a quick glimpse under the fur and notice that, truly enough, there is a small bump on his forehead that has tinted the skin underneath a deep purplish color. It's not a big deal. I just hit my head. Not again, June! Dude, this is the second time this novel you've done this. Stop hurting yourself. Oh my god. This man has no caution. Hit your head? How did you even manage that? Is nobody gonna address how this is the second time this has happened? Nobody? Okay. I kinda wasn't really paying attention where I was going for a couple reasons. I ended up walking face first into a lamppost when I was going back home from the grocery store yesterday. What? Saya's eyes go wide, staring at the tiger in stunned silence. I'm just going to steal Saya's line and ask it again. How the hell did you manage to do that? I had other things on going on at the time, and I just wanted to get home as quickly as possible. Come on, let's not make a big deal out of nothing. It was just a silly accident. If anybody hurt you, I swear to God I'm gonna kick their ass. No, that's a little bit... This is the second time in a... There, somebody has said it, finally. This is the second time in a short time where he somehow manages to injure his head. I'm starting to wonder if this is a common occurrence. Maybe he just needs life alert. Maybe that's why he seems to have a screw loose all the time. Just be careful you don't walk into traffic one of these days. Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. My man's with a broken heart. Just then, the last member of our senior group walks into the room. Shuichi, my mans. Is it weird that I like wolves that have gray/bluish type of fur? It's like a common occurrence, I guess. We have Shuichi, we have Amicus. Except this is not his route today. Keep all the sharp objects away from both Dirk the Repent and June, and Shuichi needs to calm down. Oh man. Don't worry, the kitchen knives are in the kitchen, don't worry. So, hey, there you are. You haven't said a word all weekend. His heart has been broken. Why do you think? Good morning. Good morning to you too. Right. Good morning. Morning, Shuichi-san. Morning. These are the most depressing greetings I've ever heard. They're the most mundane. It can't be that depressing. He's not a wolf, I mean husky. Either way, they're fucking close fur colors and canines. Yes, he's a husky, I know. A husky that I want to hug. That's the one time you have to say something. Damn. Thanks for clarifying. Another 3 chats come up where it's like, he's a husky. These are the most depressing greetings I've ever heard. Yeah, my BF, my best friend and my BF. Wink wink. So, what happened to you guys? You all look and sound like you're dead inside. What do you want us to say? The past week or so has been really exhausting for a lot of reasons. At least the two of you just look like you're tired. Jun-kun really looks like he's sick. I'm not sick. She's right though. I think the kindest thing I could say is that you look out of it, and even that would be putting it mildly. Or even that would be putting it mildly. You look really out of it too, and I'm not saying anything about it. You just did. Busted. Shuichi might look tired, but you look downright... What is this Misery Olympics? Are you guys seriously competing to see who's doing worse? What does it matter? You all look terrible. I cut them off, not wanting their discussion to go on any longer. But low-key, this is honestly a conversation you would have in high school, like after every midterm. Or like after every test, or... Actually in college too. Yeah, you hear this all the time in college. We all just bitch about our midterms. Like, I'm still bitching about midterms. So... I feel like we correct Dirk a ton. You guys are just clarifying. So, I cut them off, not wanting their discussion to go on any longer. If I let them, I'm sure they're going to continue arguing for 5 minutes over this, and I really don't have the patience for that. Okay, that was uncalled for. Hey, Jun-kun, are you alright? You're barely even picking at your food, let alone eating. Can I have it, June? I want more food. Even though I'm not too hungry, just slightly hungry. Oh my god, June's raging! I wish everyone would stop asking me that. Has it crossed your mind that I might just not be hungry? Out of nowhere, June smashes his fist on the table, making the three of us jump a little with shock. Oh my god, he's getting angry. He's going inferno. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Oh, he's back to normal. I thought he was going to go even more enraged. June, he isn't even in his final form. So, back to normal. Yeah, oh my god. You guys are shipping me with Shuichi. Not that I'm against it, but yeah, love him. But I can't just fall in love with fictional characters. I need to find real people and have realistic expectations. So, June. Like he just realized what he did. June immediately lowers his gaze, looking down at his food. He takes a deep breath, placing the lid back on top of his lunchbox and meekly pushing it away. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am a little out of it. I think you should go to the doctor's office if you're feeling sick. I already told him that. He ignored me. It's fine. I just need to rest a little once the day is over. It's not like the doctor would be able to do anything about it anyway. How can you know that? Have you been like this before? Well, I guess you could say my body's a little frailer than most. I have weak bones just like Cassius. I just have a hard time dealing with constant fatigue. Just fatigue? But aren't you... As soon as he sees the change in June's expression, the husky trails off, not finishing his sentence. Yeah, you're probably right. Just make sure you get some rest after you're done for the day, okay? Yeah, make sure you get some rest after you're done for the day, okay? Whoa, you changed your mind really quickly. What else can you do? He's the only one who can know how he's feeling. If he says he's fine, then you can't really disagree with him, can you? But... Besides, if anything happens, Nico's right here to take care of him, right? Why me? You two already spend a lot of time together anyway. Not that I'm salty about that. You probably know June better than any of us here. I'm sure you'll drag him away by force if you feel like he's not doing well. And this is where I'd have my boyfriend. If I had one! Oh my god. I can't do it. Oh my god. I can't do the thing where it's like the fucking... Oh god, the Fairly Odd Parents reference. Where it's like, here's my trophy. If I had one! Oh dear god. It's like I don't want to shout too much in here because I have neighbors. Once I move to the studio, I'll probably do better, like get some padding for the walls or whatever, like tape up some, like, fuck, was it? Like the foam? Yeah, something like that. Like, I gotta make sure that I get, like, tape that's, like, non-stick or whatever, where it's, like, the 3M stuff you get, so I can pad that up there. Yeah, if I move to a studio next year, man, I'll be able to do more. As long as I don't piss off the neighbors, still, like, the 2 or 3 neighbors I'll have, as opposed to having an entire complex of people right next to this wall here, and then people here in the kitchen. I don't want to sound crazy. I'm feeling crazy. Sorry. It's just that was from like a stupid video that I saw on YouTube. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm sure you'll drag him away by force if you feel like he's not doing well. Isn't that a lot of responsibility to put on me? Also, that's a really grim scenario. Man, the mood's gotten really down here all of a sudden, hasn't it? Do you think we can still sit through class, June? I already told you I'm fine, Nico-san. Please, stop pushing. Despite the smile on his face, I noticed the fur on the back of his neck prickling up dangerously. His tail lashes erratically behind him in a very obvious manner. Despite his attempt to act like nothing is bothering, his deteriorating mood is clear to see. Yeah, you're right. Hey, by the way, how did you guys spend your weekends? Anything interesting? I decided that a tactical retreat is the best option right now. Not least of all because I don't have an angry tiger breathing down my neck for the rest of the day. He doesn't look that angry, he's cute. There is still a lot of time before class ends. Huh? Where did that come from? I mean, I spent most of it organizing my schedule at work for the rest of the month. Also checked in on a friend a few times. I just stayed home. I'm just the studious prodigal child that everybody wishes their parents had. June isn't really the overtly jealous type, and Keisuke only has a passing interest on you unless you take his route. Okay. Shuichi's the only one with strong feelings outside of his route, which makes it hurt even more. Thank you, Basket. Thanks for clarifying my feelings. But yeah, I don't see June as being like June, like he's not overtly jealous. I just wonder how he handled it in Shuichi's route. I hope he doesn't do anything bad in Shuichi's route, like to himself or anything like that. I'm just nervous for his health too. It's like you don't do Shuichi's or you don't do June's route. You're nervous about June's health. You don't do or Keisuke. It's like more or less, yeah, more or less. You're kind of just indifferent, but you kind of worry about his parents being overbearing. And then you don't do Shuichi's route. You're worried about his parents and his social and his future career. I feel like, yeah, I'm going to keep my opinions to myself, but yeah. Moving on. Gotta twist the knife further. I am already being impaled with like 2 knives by this. Oh, God. So I just stayed home. Really? You need better ways to spend your time, man. I didn't really feel like going out. Oh, did something happen? You broke my heart. Just imagine him saying that. I mean, no, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Those eyes. Look into those eyes. He does not look okay. I swear to God, all of you keep repeating about just how fine you are, but this feels more like a funeral procession instead of a laid-back lunch. Right, of course you're fine. Everyone's always fine. What about you, June? Do anything fun this weekend? June? I fell asleep the entire weekend. Is he ignoring me right now? Hey, I just remembered Keikun saying something about how his band wanted to sign up for some kind of competition that was going to happen in town in a while. That's interesting, right? Oh, they're actually going to try. That'd be pretty cool to see them do the contest or whatever. Man, this is going to be fun. So, I'm just reading some of the comments. Keisuke wouldn't get jealous because his interest in the MC is only as a friend, as a tennis style, unless you pick his route. Yeah, because I think then he kind of discovers his feelings more, so I think Keisuke is more open in general about opening up to a relationship. Like, I think he's a bit more fluid, I guess, with, like, being comfortable with that. Like, if it doesn't happen, it's like, well, whatever, I'll just move on with, like, Vic-kun or whatever. He has a lot more options, is what I'm getting at. So, yeah, somebody said that. I think Damu said that about Keisuke being jealous. But, yeah, it seems like Keisuke has the least liability, and that's why people choose him the least, because it's like, you feel like if you choose somebody else, it's not going to hurt him as much. June, you get more worried about, his safety. And then Shuichi, you get worried about his mental safety. Both of them are mental safety, actually. These two are unstable, I swear. So, oh yeah, totally. What else did he say? Maybe we should call him up to ask. A good idea. Maybe we should. Arushihara usually has his lunch break to eat and study alone at the library. He'll probably have his phone turned off. He does? How do you know that? Because I stalk him. No, I'm kidding. Because I talk to people and I ask them things. Besides, He barely has any friends outside of us, and he doesn't have lunch with us because of the grade difference. What did you think he was doing? I don't know. I never really thought about it. Oh shoot, now he's sounding really lonely. Just as I say, oh, he has Vic-kun, he has friends. Nah, he's lonely in this route. The MC actually asked him outright when was the moment that Keisuke began falling for him in the update I'm currently writing for him. Wait, MC actually asked him outright when was the moment that Keisuke began falling for him. Wait, so you're saying this for this next Keisuke update, or are you saying for this next Shuichi update? Because Shuichi's update is the one that's coming out soon. And I'm assuming you probably posted it for patrons already, so I'm assuming that's why you're saying the next update. I am confusion, but I'll move on. So, I don't know. I never really thought about it. Of course you didn't. You and Nico both have your heads up in the clouds after all. Shuichi's so passive! God! Hey, why are you bringing me into this? You're the one who said to call him. Clearly you didn't know either. I mean... I give up. Talking's too hard. Even though Saya and I are doing the best we can to try to steer the conversation back to normality, even Shuichi is working against us for some reason. Both him and Jun just stare into space with blank expressions and refuse to engage at all. Oh, the Keisuke update is the one I'm writing. Shuichi update is already out for patrons. Okay, that's why I was confused, because I'm like, I'm going to have to do Shuichi's update soon, and I'm going to have a good time with that. But, yeah. Keisuke at least, yeah, Keisuke is just more open in general, and yeah, he's more fluid socially. He's a bit, even though he's a bit more socially awkward, like, in terms of, like, interacting with people, he's more comfortable in his own body, I'd say, or in himself. And I guess, yeah. I don't know how else to compare that. Keisuke update is the day Keisuke promised to take the MC to in his previous day. Fine, I forgot how long ago that was. What the fuck did he say? Like, I know we went to the mall one day, but I forget where he's going to next. I'll probably remember next time. Yeah, it's weird not seeing Shuichi jealous. Yeah. So both him and Jun just stare into space with blank expressions and refuse to engage at all. The mood around us is gloomier than it has ever been before. It feels like a heavy, dark shroud hanging above us the entire time. Just thinking about it, I could feel shivers running up my spine every now and again. Aww. This is sad times. A few hours later. I sit in silence, staring at Jun scribbling something down in his notebook without saying a word. The bell rang a few minutes ago, and yet he's still copying down the information that was written down on the board. A lot of the students have already cleared out of the classroom, heading to their respective clubs now that the club activities have resumed. Oh hey, looks like somebody's actually gonna finally play tennis! So, heading to their respective clubs now that the club's activities have resumed. I myself should be heading to mine right as Jun should. Holy crap, that is a tongue twister. I myself should be heading to mine right as should Jun, but I really want him to head home right now. Today has just made me feel really uneasy in general, and I can't quit putting my fingers on the reason why. Or I can't quite put my finger on the reason why. Eventually, he finishes his copying and begins silently packing his things away in his bag. I suppose you're going home now, right? You want me to walk you to the gate before I head to practice? No need. I'm going to practice a little in the music room. Oh no, don't do it, don't do it. What? But you should Before I can even finish speaking, the look on his face makes me bite down on my tongue. Hell. Doggos have sharp tongues, so that's gonna hurt. June getting legitimately mad isn't something that happens often, so seeing such an angry look on his face catches me by surprise. Won't you stop that? Won't you stop that? How many times do I need to tell you that it's fine? I'm just worried about you. You look really pale and weak. You barely even touched your food at all, and you look like you're in pain. I look like I'm in pain? Or I look like I'm in pain? How could you even tell? You don't know what I'm feeling. Oh my god, he's getting sassy. Holy crap. June is comfortable with his sexuality and himself in that sense, but he does hide himself for fear of being ostracized. Yeah, I could definitely tell with him. So, well, maybe not, but... I'm not a child. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. He nearly jumps out of the chair and onto his feet. F-E-A-T. Okay, we're getting the whole description in the chat. Adventure team? Keisuke is by, more into Pan, but he isn't aware of that determination and calls him, or denomination and calls himself bi. And also confident in that. He just doesn't really care about what other people think in that regard. With your permission, can I use Shuichi on my adventure team on DeviantArt? I'm curious. So anyway, almost immediately his knees buckle. I try reaching out to grab him, but he slams his hand down on his table and stabilizes himself, pushing me away. June Darkside. Yeah, this is Dark June we're seeing. It's fine. I just got up too fast and got a little dizzy. Why are you being so stubborn? You're clearly not fine. You're the complete opposite of fine. You look like you're about to drop since this morning, and you just keep getting worse. Even your lips are turning white. They are? He reaches with his hand toward his face, hesitantly touching his lip with the tip of his middle finger. As if he could see the color of his lips by touching it. Street smarts. Yes, they are. You're obviously not doing well. Stop being so fucking stubborn and making trouble for everyone else. Go get some goddamn rest before I have to drag you by the tail. June sits back down on his chair, all the energy completely draining from his face. His shoulders sags as he hunches forward, looking down at his feet. Okay. Adventure team. Wait, what? I'm so confused by the adventure team. What is happening? Is it like a cinematic universe? Is it like the Avengers? Okay. June's like looking at the comment section going, okay, what's going on? So, okay. Okay? Wait, really? Just like that? I'll do whatever you say. What? How did I... Oh my god. What the hell did I say that works this well? Was it the threat of dragging him by the tail? I need to remember this for future reference. Drinking game. Take a shot each time a character says fine. That's surprisingly agreeable of you. I'll take a water shot. Just a shot of my water drink down there every time he says fine. Sorry. I didn't mean to be such a pain in the ass. I'm not going to say that it's fine, but we'll work on it. Just be a little more mindful of your health. Right. So, you're being serious, right? You'll do what I say? Yeah. Man, you don't look happy about it at all. I'm not. But I don't want to cause problems either. And you won't snap at me for telling you to rest. I promise I won't. Alright. Huh. Damn, well I've lost the game because I'm 16 and I can't drink. Wait, did somebody say fine? You're making me look back to see if somebody said fine. Huh. This turned around pretty quickly. Good job, me? I don't want to see you looking so down, though. Is there anything I could do to help you cheer up? You're asking me that after threatening to drag me away against my will? I didn't think you'd look so sad when I finally got you to agree with me. I'm not sad, just a little upset. I was hoping you'd say just disappointed. That would have just killed me. That's the same thing. Why were you being so stubborn anyway? Well, I need to keep practicing for my next competitions. If I mess up now, I'll lose my opportunity to go to Germany forever. It's all about Germany. Good old Germany. So you're just going to work yourself until you drop? How is that healthy? Is that why you look so worn out? Did you rest at all during the weekend? You looked fine when I left you on Friday. I was okay, I suppose. Last week was really tiring and stressful for me, but I managed to keep it together until the end of exams. I didn't realize just how much strain I'd put on my body until I'd go home and could rest. As soon as I dropped my guard and relaxed, it hit me hard and I started flaring up again. Flaring up? No matter what you say, no one should be this frail. A single week of school exams shouldn't be all it takes to make you this weak. Did you even sleep or eat at all over the weekend? Of course I did. Really? What's with the questioning? I swear I'm not lying. If you say so. I'm still very suspicious, though. This guy's already shown a complete disregard for his health or his limits. Part of me can't help but think he spent most of the weekend glued to the piano like the dumbass that he is. But he's my dumbass. Man, I'm salty right now. Oh, come on, we should get going. Do you need help to get up? If you say... I gotta take a shot. Yeah. If you say I'm fine one more time, I'm going to smack you so hard you won't be able to sit properly for a week. A shot of water. He definitely is the overworking type. Alright, back into this. Where are you going? Where are you going to be smacking? Right out that ass. Even if it's just for a second, June gives me a standard June-esque answer. Just that is enough to bring a smile to my face. Does the name Decker Link ring a bell? Oh yeah, it does. He was one of the people that kind of inspired me to start doing this. So, brings up to my face. Don't come close to me! I don't like that look on your face! Don't worry, I'm not really going to hit you. Oh, thank God. Wait, where are we going to begin with? Or where are we going to begin with? Oh my God, that's a tough decision. I would say his home. We got some tough decisions to make. Man. If you guys want to give some input, feel free to do so, but I don't know if... It seems like the home would be better because I feel like doing the doctor's office would distrust him. Like, we'd totally lose his trust. Just want to make sure I'm on the same page as everybody. This or this? Okay, one vote for two. Okay, a lot of people are saying home. We're definitely gonna go home. I'd be curious to see what the other option would have been, but, you know. No hyena doctor for us. Yeah, definitely going home. Here we go, home we go. Come on, we're taking you home. You need to rest right now. Okay. He gets up from his seat without making another fuss. Looks like he's finally listened to reason. Or at least me. I walk up to the tiger, crouching a little until I'm eye level with him. What are you doing? You can't possibly think I'm letting you walk all the way home on your own, right? Lean on me when you're not strong. Oh god, it's that song. And I'll be your friend. Anyway, there's no need. You're exaggerating. You can tell me that there's no need when you're even able to stand on your own. Your face is pale as all hell and your legs are shaking. But just hold on to me already and stop being so difficult. But people are going to stare at us. Oh, he is so in the closet, it's not. Oh god. Almost on cue, I look around and realize that sure enough, we already have quite a few eyes on me. I suppose our conversation just now was the most silent one, so it's to be expected that we draw a little bit of attention. Oops. Somebody says do both. Oh my god. I feel like the going home one's better though. So, don't mind them. Just let them look. It's not a big deal. Oh my god, I cannot sing for my life. Easy for you to say. Oh my god, we got the new school background. Holy crap! Oh my god, so good looking. Wowzers. That was one of the things I was thinking about doing a video of, like me singing or something like that, but I'm just not sure what I should do or if I should do it. That's the thing that never came to be, so if anybody was curious. We make our way down the building and head into the entrance. Just like June said, we get a few looks here and there. I suppose people do think it's weird to have two people borderline clinging to each other in public like this. Although with the way we're walking, I doubt it'd be made obvious that he's leaning on me because he has trouble walking. Whoa, what are you two doing? Is that gonna be Haruki? Is that gonna be Haruki? It's gonna be Haruki, isn't it? Whoa, what are you two doing? A voice calls out from somewhere to our left, followed by the sound of hurried footsteps. Yeah, my roommate just came back. Should have done the second stream. So, yeah. Luckily my Fitbit also notifies me. So the voice calls out. Yeah, I wonder who this voice is going to be. So, a voice calls out from somewhere to our left, followed by the sound of hurried footsteps. Sorry, I'm just like moving stuff so I can unlock the door for him, just in case. So yeah. Hopefully not too much ruckus happens in the background. And hopefully I can finish this. Not like ASAP, but you know, with enough time that I don't keep them out for like forever. Alright. Yeah, they'll probably text me or say something. Oh well. I should probably unplug my phone because it's 100%. Don't want to kill my battery. Okay, so a voice calls out from somewhere to our left, followed by the sound of hurried footsteps. Oh! Never mind, it's somebody else. It is Sora, I think. Yeah, Sora. It becomes clear that it was directed at us when a familiar panda jogs towards us, I guess, a big frown on his face. Are you alright? He stares at June, the worry clear in his eyes. Yeah, I'm fine. Nika-san was just exaggerating a little bit. The hell you're fine? You can barely stand properly. I can stand on my own just fine. Oh, really? Oh, God! No, June! June down! Wow! I quickly pulled my arms away from the tiger, thinking that he'd just stumble after being left on his own and grab me again. Instead, he falls right to the floor with a loud thud. Don't just throw him down like that! I didn't throw him! Jesus, you're doing even worse than I thought! Are you alright? A little less alright than I was just now. He struggles to get himself up. Aw, look at him just wriggle up. To get himself up on his own, so I reach out to grab his arm and help him pull him up to his feet. No thanks, I'm probably just going to delete the vocal version soon. I keep forgetting to do it and replace it for the instrumental version of the game. I would love to try and see the instrumental version, try and maybe do my own recording of it myself. Why not? Just to see if I could do it, but I probably would suck. So, that was cruel, Nico-san. So, that was cruel, Nico-san. I was trying to prove a point. I didn't think you'd actually fall. I'm sorry. If you're doing that badly, then you should really just rest. Do you want me to walk you home? I was already going to do that. Oh, really? Don't you have club practice? Oh my god, he's one of those guys. Don't you have club practice right now? Don't you? Oh, burn! Got him! The panda nods. Well, yes, but it's not a big deal if I miss it today. Besides, I'd basically just be going home early myself if I did that. That's right. These two are neighbors, aren't they? Huh? Tom is being nice to Basket with his singing. So, I wouldn't mind hearing both versions. It'd be interesting. So I suppose if he took June, he'd easily be able to go home after that. Wait, what? I totally lost place. Oh, I thought that's a new line. I don't live too terribly far from June either, but it's still about a 10-minute walk from his place to mine. Sorry, I just totally blanked out there. Still, it's fine. I could take him home myself. Oh, all right. The panda looks away, crossing his arms and grimacing. Did I do something wrong? They were lovers. And they were lovers. You can come with us if you want, Sora-kun. It's not like only one person can tag along. June is cock-blocking us. Damn. That's true. Huh, he perked up right away. But I kinda feel a little bitter about it. Is it bad that I wanted to do it alone? I don't even know why I suddenly thought that I wanted that. It's a good thing that I saw you two while I was waiting around for one of my upperclassmen to show up. Otherwise, I'd already be at my club by now. Yeah, good thing indeed. I am also very obviously lying. June playfully elbows me on the stomach, wearing a weary smile on his face, like he's censoring me for the way I just said that. The panda seems none the wiser to it, however. I suppose June's just gotten used to the way I talk, so he can tell more easily. And to the home we go. It's so cheap, it's just blurred Photoshop. Not kid. You know I'm kidding, right, guys? I'm just playing with them. So, it takes us a little bit to finally get to June's house, especially considering how we had to walk slower to accommodate him. The panda says his goodbyes to us by the gate and heads inside his own house. There was barely any conversation on the way over, just painful, awkward silence. About halfway to June's house, the tiger got tired of the looks we were getting on the street and insisted he'd stop leaning onto me. I refused vehemently, but my objections were very quickly overruled. Instead, we compromised, and the tiger held onto my wrist for the rest of the way home. Which, to me, is infinitely more embarrassing, but he somehow doesn't think so. Still, every time June would trip or groan, the panda nearly jumped over me to help him. I didn't even realize just how hard I was glaring at him at first until June quickly whispered something on my ear telling me to stop. And so I spent the rest of the trip trying to remain as neutral as possible. The thought that I was feeling a little territorial over June is a very weird one, I have to admit. And yet somehow, for some reason, it happened. My parents aren't supposed to be home right now. Why don't you sit around for a little bit while I go get changed? Sure. The tiger quickly opens the door to his room and disappears behind it. I sit on the floor pillow behind the kotatsu, twiddling my thumbs while I wait for him to come back. Should I even stay here any longer? If his parents aren't home... Yeah, I don't like the idea of him staying alone right now. I'd probably stick around until his parents come home to keep him company. And it's probably going to be for the best if I do so. Oh shit, don't want to risk anything happening to him and his condition getting worse while he's all alone. I wonder that too, Oscar. That'd be an interesting twist. Don't know how it'd be possible though. But maybe I should have taken him to the doctor instead. The sound of the door closing snaps my attention back to reality. June walks up to me, taking a seat right next to me by the kotatsu. We sit around in silence right next to each other for a few minutes. Why does it feel so awkward all of a sudden? I'm sorry. Huh? What for? I kinda get the feeling that I'm intruding here. Huh? Why would you think that? I don't know, you just seem kinda tense and distant. I'm just having trouble coming up with things to say. When I'm feeling weak like this, it gets kinda hard to think. I feel kinda woozy and my head gets a little foggy. So you do admit that you're feeling sick. Is there even any point to denying it anyway? It's not like you'll believe me no matter what I say. I guess that's true. Besides, when you look as in pain as you do right now, there's no way anyone would ever believe you when you say that. So, you don't mind me sticking around for a bit? Of course not. If anything, I'd rather you stay with me. The romantic music kicks in. Ooh. The woo-woos kick in. Oh? Hesitantly at first, June reaches out with his hand and grabs onto the cuff of my jacket. He slowly pulls himself up towards me, resting his forehead on my shoulder. Please give me art. Please give me CG for this. Is this alright? His voice comes out really shaky and soft, almost like a whisper. This is definitely a compromising position. My heart races faster in my chest and all words escape me. I've never been good at coming up with answers when I'm put on the spot. But I also can't freeze up and do nothing again. Oh, this is from the rooftop now. They changed the rooftop art a little bit. Wow, that's pretty gorgeous actually. In my mind, that one scene comes up in my memory. I don't want a repeat of that again. Kiss, 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 kiss. I love how perfectly it transitioned with like the mapping and all that. That is awesome. Wait, so if I can't come up with anything to say, then I just won't say anything. Instead, oh, come on, no CG. Boo! Sorry, I'm asking for too much fan service. Gah. I wrap an arm around the tiger's waist, pulling him even closer to me until the sides of our stomachs are touching. I can't even make eye contact right now. My face is just burning up so hot. God, this is embarrassing. How do couples do this sort of thing on a regular basis? And June and I aren't even dating. Although I guess since I know how he has a crush on me, it's hard not to remember that while I do this. How do I even feel about it? I really wish I knew so I could just have an answer already. I hate how indecisive I can be. When I'm alone, I think about it, and a lot, to the point where I'm almost sure I've come to an answer, and then as soon as I'm alone with him, my mind just scrambles again, and I can barely even hold a thought. This is pathetic. June makes a soft little sound that almost sounds like a little middle ground between a coo and a squeal. The hand gripping me clutches my arm even tighter as he buries his face on me. I continue to hold his waist, even though my hand is shaking. We sit around in silence like this, just enjoying each other's company. Or at least I hope he's enjoying this, because I'm absolutely terrified right now. I really don't want to do or say anything wrong. Hey, oh, he's got a new expression. That's pretty adorable. Good, June. Hey, Nika-san? Thank you. Aw. For what? Nothing. Huh? I don't think I follow. So dense. At least he seems to be in a better mood. Honestly, that by itself is already great, even if I don't understand what he's thinking of. I just had an idea. What is it? How about we go out together this weekend? Just you and me. Go out? Yeah, we can eat out together, take a walk to the park. The park? I don't know. I don't know what that is either. I don't know. It's something fun that you would enjoy. So, like a date? Wow, he jumped right on that. I can't promise I'll go anywhere, but yeah, you could see it that way. You and I will go on a date this weekend. How about that? I'd like that. Aww. June grinning is the best expression. What if they kiss and the parents walk in? That's what I was thinking! Oh my god, it better not happen. The tiger fidgets a little against me, nuzzling against my shoulder and looking up at me with a smile. That expression of his is so lovely, I can feel my face growing hot. I feel something fluffy curling up on my lap, and I realize that he's wrapped his tail around me. I feel frozen in place again. June opens his mouth, still with that damn smile on his face. That smile, that damn smile. I like you. I really, really like you, Nico. My heart, my soul, my booty hole. This is just not fair. If he says something like that while looking at me like this, then before I notice it, I begin leaning forward and towards it. Do it! Cock blocked! Damn it! The sound of the door echoes loudly in the otherwise silent room, and the two of us quickly jump apart. Oh boy, his mom comes in. She better bring food. I want food now, Yui-san. That's when Yui-san shows up in the doorway. She quickly sees the two of us sitting awkwardly, a comical distance apart from each other. It's such a good thing she showed up when she did. Otherwise, what was I about to do? Just imagine if oh fuck, I can't speak. Just imagine if it was the dad instead. I think it's Atsushi is his name. But yeah, imagine if Atsushi came in instead. It's just like, lucky. It's just like looks at her, he's like, fucking lucky. His dad's just jealous. Oh my god, like that'd be fucking wild. But then again, that gets to Onision levels of age difference. So, probably a bad idea. So what was I about to do? Oh my, Nico-kun! I didn't know you'd be showing up! Hello there! Hi there, Yui-san. I'm sorry to show up without warning. I came over to walk June home. Walk him home? Oh, right. I forgot why I even came here in the first place. June's face immediately scrunches up once he realizes where this conversation is heading. Yeah, the truth is, June seemed to be doing really badly today. He looks really pale and was even having trouble standing for the most part. He just seemed pretty out of it in general. As soon as those words leave my mouth, the tigress's gentle smile fades. She stares between June and I for a second, but the shock I'd expect from my words never comes. Instead, she just looks, dead calm. June, let me take a look at you. She walks towards us, kneeling in front of June and placing a hand on his cheek. She examines him closely, checking the color of his skin under his fur, pulling on his cheek, checking his eyes. It looks like she's really accustomed to doing this. What were you feeling this time? Mom? This time? I'm sorry, Nico-kun. Really, thank you so much for bringing June home. You're right that he doesn't look too good. I think it's best if he rests for now. I'll take care of him for now, so you don't have to worry. Even though her words were kind, her tone of voice made her real meaning very clear. Go home. Okay. Bye! I think she doesn't really want me around when he's sick. Right. I was just going to stick around until one of you arrives, since I didn't want him to be alone. I'll leave him now. Oh. Is somebody doing math? Oh god, yeah, that's close enough. I gave him enough money. Yeah, my friend's just calculating how much we owe him for the Korean barbecue. I already gave him my money. We good up in here. The tigress smiles at me, cupping my cheek with her other hand and lightly stroking my fur. Thank you again. I really appreciate you looking out for him. He probably wouldn't have stubbornly stayed to practice on the piano if you hadn't brought him home. She's gonna, like, once you close the door, she's gonna be like, what the frick were you doing, June? Why would you stay? And just, like, fucking go off on him. And also, like, it's like one of those mom things where it's like, what the frick is wrong with you? But at the same time, they're like, oh my god, I'm glad you're alive, but what the frick were you doing? Oh my god, that is gonna be such a mom thing she'll do. So, oh yeah, I have no doubt about that. I get up on my feet, picking up my baggage. I drop on the floor nearby to where I was sitting and making a quick bow to excuse myself. I'll be going now. Thank you for having me. Wait! June grabs me by the cuff of my jacket, and as soon as I try walking away, clutching it firmly. June, don't do that. You'll damage his clothes. Don't go. No! The heartbreak! Huh? Baka? The mom just dramatically turns around. Yui's like, what? Yui brings out the belt. No! Don't hurt June! Don't hurt June! Oh my god, are you guys... The pitchforks are coming. I see them. Run, June, run! So... The tigress's eyes go wide as soon as the words escape his lips. Can't you stay with me a little longer, please? My heart beats so hard and fast in my chest that I can hear it ringing in my ears. I feel as if all the blood has suddenly rushed to my face. Even Yui-san, once she comes out of the shock from hearing her son say something like that with such an embarrassed look on his face, smiles wryly and shakes her head sideways. Oh, young love. I want to. Do it. Just do it. But I also know that Yui-san asked me to, in no uncertain terms to go. I can't just ignore her when it comes to her own home. But I want to stay. Ah! So many decisions to make. We have so many decisions for once. I really want to stay. Screw you, I'm staying. She will burn. No, guys, don't come to the house. We're staying. Please don't burn the house down. Yui-san, is it alright if I stay just a little bit longer? I promise I won't make any trouble. The tigress sighs, but the corners of her mouth still curve up slightly into a bitter smile. She takes one more look at her son's face before nodding. Of course, sweetie. I'll bake some cookies so we can all have a snack together. And make yourself at home. Bye. The tigress walks into the kitchen, leaving the two of us alone again. Thank you for staying. Well, I couldn't quite say no when you were making that face, could I? Aww, how romantic. I take a seat once again, this time making sure I'm on the opposite side of the table from June. No CBT under the table. I definitely don't want to risk whatever it was that nearly happened just now happening again. How come you wanted me to stay? I thought you wanted to just lie down and rest or something. I hate being at home times like these. My parents always treat me, well, you saw. What, with warmth and affection? What torture that must be for you. You have parents that care for you? Besides, having you around really helps to make me feel better. Really? How come? I ask a question to which I already know the answer off, trying to act clueless. You know why. Oof! My heart! Ugh, I can't deal with this! Fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. I love you. He doesn't say anything particularly out there or anything, but it still strikes me where it hurts most. Jude, you are really, really terrible, and the worst part is you don't even know it. A few hours later, smacking in his bed. Oh, they're writing. I honestly thought that was kissing sounds. I'm assuming this is his bedroom? Oh, is this our bedroom? I guess this is our bedroom. I'm writing down some ideas for what to do over the weekend. I don't want to just wing it and end up having a terrible time. Especially since June's really expecting a date out of it. Even if I don't really know where I stand on the whole thing, I want to give him a great day so we can make up for how badly he's been feeling all week. I suppose the exams really took a much bigger toll on him than I imagined. Come to think of it, he was probably really tired when we went out last Friday. Knowing how much he tries to put on a brave face so others won't worry about him, the dumb idiot was probably acting super energetic and cheerful for my sake. I hate how much he does that. I'll make sure to give him a piece of my mind and unload all my frustrations on him, once he's finally feeling better. Just you wait for me, Kobayashi. No! That's it? Oh wait, fuck. Just you wait for me, Kobayashi. Blah, blah, blah. There's 3 decisions today. Holy crap. Damn, man. I'm glad that's the end of this update because I feel bad for leaving my roommates out because he texted me at 5, like, oh, we're not gonna be back for a while. And then he texts me, he's like, I'm back, and only an hour and 10 minutes into the stream, I'm like, oh god, why? So, hello everybody. Hope you all had a good time with this update. I really struggled a lot with this one since As I'm sure you all noticed, the update has a nearly tense mood for a big chunk of it. Or really tense mood, sorry. I was trying my best to show that off without being heavy-handed or out of character, and ended up going through a ton of rewrites in my attempt to get it right. Hopefully it all came out mostly well. I'll let you all be the judges of it. Until then, I'll see you guys at the next update. Thank you again for your patience. Hold on, the bed? It ain't that long, guys. Come on. Alrighty, so we are done, and I'll try and make this curt, so yeah. That was a pretty solid update, and I do think the heavy intensity of it was well timed. Like, you could tell, like, you can't just have all happy moments in a novel like this, or just anything in general. Like, you have to have some conflicts or have some down moments where things are just, you know, dramatic, or not dramatic, but conflicting like this, I'd say, and somber. And this was done, I think, very well, in my opinion. I'm glad it was only one day, because I felt like if I had to do a second day, like, it would drag on for too long for me to do it. Plus, I'm assuming that it was really hard to write this singular day, that it probably would have taken a toll on Basket, like, writing the next day and, like, the quality of that. So, I think this one day was well done. We still need tennis, though, in this game. I'm just gonna keep harping on that, like, we need the tennis in Tennis Ace. Hashtag bring the tennis back. But, yeah. I think that's just a little side detail, but yeah, I think this was a good update, and it was a good transition to post-midterms and all that for this story, and so I think things are going along well, and hopefully we get maybe a day 25 and 26 out of it for the next update, where it's like we go out with June and then maybe get back into some tennis, because it just feels like we've left the tennis scene for, like, I don't know, like 12 days now, like ever since the character select days, I guess, that's been gone. So, yeah, really long time. But, yeah. This was pretty nice. I don't have much else to say. I probably should let my roommates be open to come in the room. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care, guys.